Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle with another character build. This time we have a shotgunner, full health build. But before we jump into the video, let me say thank you to my latest Patreons, Natron and Morningwood. Welcome into Turtle's army, guys. I appreciate all your support. And now we have some super mutants for build presentation. Are those max level? Yes, those are max level. That's exactly what we want. And as you can see, they're angry on me, but that's fine. I'm not afraid, as my health cannot be drained. At this moment, I'm equipped with a medic's shotgun, which means that basically the only one thing that probably can kill me is imposter ship squatch, and about like nothing else really. I can tank as much damage as I really want. Bunch of the super mutants. Yeah, that's really nothing. Really nothing for this build. It's based on the magic effects on your shotguns, but there's plenty of shotguns with magic effects. Prefixes I do recommend. It's vampires and medics. Oh, we have a legendary 3-star super mutant. So nice, so nice. Medics 10mm submachine gun. 1 star. They always tempt you that there will be something nice, and then there's like usual stuff. Nothing special. And as you can see, this shotgun is doing perfectly fine. I can swap now for a vampire, just to show you a difference. There is a little bit less healing. I think that medics with this build is definitely stronger, although the vampire is very easy to use. The biggest difference for the vampire, you don't need criticals. For the medics, you want your criticals to be used. Even though the difference in damage, critical and normal hit in VATS with medic shotguns is like negligible. There's almost like none, maybe 10-20% damage difference. That will be top. But as every single super mutant, regardless of level and health, is dying in one shot, then damage is actually least of your concern. The only legendary ones survive 2 shots. But keep in mind, it's a full health build, and I will show you in a moment, it's not fully spec for damage. The intention of this build is not a damage. What this build excels in doing is allowing to play as lazy as you really can. Like, I even called it lazy shotgunner, and I like it really. Because like basically you don't need to do much. There's like no weight management involved, no chems that you need to carry really, like really minimum amount of stuff that you should have with you. And that, oh, another legendary. That's a good day for legendary super mutants. Oh, where is the, oh, he's there downstairs. It's not this one. Okay. Another legendary killed. Perfect. Thank you, super mutants, for your contribution to my script and legendary modules. I will need them to craft new shotguns really soon. As you can see, my reputation is like so close to unlocking the new shotgun. And maybe before we say hello to all those ghouls, it's why I call it lazy shotgunner. There's like only 4 weapons in my inventory. My 1 armor set with emergency use of stealth armor. Oh, by the way, I will demonstrate it with stealth armor on those ghouls. Instead of my full armor set, I will equip myself with just a stealth armor, as this is what I will be using if I will go with this build into a nuke zone. And as you can see, 8 is very simple. There is no stimpaks, no rad IOA, no rad X, no stuff like that. Nothing wasting your space. You just need some water, some food, disease cure, and in case you really need damage, psychotats, but you can opt out from psychotats if you are not going after Scotchbeast Queen or something like that. And under ammo you only need shotgun shells and camera film, and all this other stuff, it's what I already pick up from those super mutants. Now, as you can clearly see, I'm wearing stealth suit, but I'm not gonna sneak. That's the point. This stealth suit is my hazmat suit. It's not for sneaking. It's a hazmat suit, not for sneaking. You can sneak with this build if you put suppressor. I don't like it, because if I sneak it means that some effort is required. If I run like that, it's a proper lazy build because there is zero effort required. Now all the ghouls are waking up. Yeah, get up guys, get up. I know you are lazy after update, but you need to get up really. Come on, is everyone here? Okay, and now what you do, if you gather all those ghouls, you execute them. It shouldn't be too hard, that we have some legendaries. They will let you reload, and sometimes they will hit you, but as you can see, I'm doing well. I'm not trying to block them, I'm trying to stay in the middle, allow them to hit me, to show you that this build works, and it's why it's called lazy. You don't need to be worried about anything. You are surrounded by enemies. Who cares? Who cares about being surrounded by enemies? Ghouls everywhere? Great, that's more loot for you. Maybe some legendaries in there. Just keep pressing VATS, fire, and occasionally reload. Fire, VATS, fire, VATS, fire, VATS. VATS, fire. Yep, I think we killed them. We won, and how's my health? I think it's looking good. I'm still full health, I use 0 chems, I took 0 rats, almost 0, there's a little bit rats. I'm fine. And there is something flying around, that's a problem. With a shotgun we cannot really take down anything that is flying high. There's no way, you need a backup weapon for that. For Scorch Beast, regular Scorch Beast is not a problem. You just go and cripple them with Enforcer, and that's fine. The way, that's the legendary that we killed, Hunter's Lead Pipe, 3-star. And now let's jump into the details. At this moment I'm using only rank 1 shotgunner. I was actually aiming for max rank, but as you can see I ran out of perks to use on this character when I was respecking. But it works just fine, although in recommended build I will put max rank of the shotgunner. Then I have rank 1 scatter shot. With combat shotgun you don't really need it. I wanted to not use it, but it was the 1 rank that I had and I tossed it in. And now what makes this build so lazy and easy to use, there is a lot of carry weight, like Trawling Pharmacy. There is a blocker for great defense versus melee attackers like ghouls for example, or super mutants with hammers. And this pack rat and scatter shot normally will be replaced with max level shotgunner. Unless you don't need those damage, then you can always replace one of the shotgunner perk cards with pack rat back in if you are going after a junk run. And all those carry weight perks are not to carry our stuff, as we are not using anything, it's to carry loot to be sold. Then under perception, it's concentrated fire. It's not necessary to use rank 3 concentrated fire, as we are basically killing everything by a torso shot, then can be no concentrated fire. But I like 3 points into perception with lazy full health build, as if I sometimes want to pick up a lock, I will toss in the pick lock, or maybe extermination if we are going after crazy hard insects. I don't know where such thing lives, but yeah. We have this card, or glow sight. Under endurance, this is fireproof, that's a key perk. You always want it for non-power armor build, max rank. And Sunkist, that's another perk that makes this build so lazy and easy to use. Basically, it's no need to use radaways anymore. Because every time the day comes in, rats disappear, and even if you accumulate some rats during the night, day comes in and there is no more rats, and if you are going into highly irradiated area, you have your hazmat suit or Chinese stealth armor to jump in, and you are taking like close to no rats. Under charisma there is travel agent, because lazy build means you will fast travel everywhere, you don't bother to walk. And lone wanderer, that's defensive perk. Basically you don't want to be killed, as you saw me just running freely around and taking shots and not worrying about them. That's part of this recipe, Lone Wanderer. And there is Gunsmith rank 5, because it's very hard to press the repair kit button to fix your shotgun. If it breaks, then it allows us to fix it much less often. And if there will be a need to use something else, like if you are going after imposter ship squad, you can consider first aid, you can equip some hacker perks, or if you are going with your steel farming run, the scrapper is great, and of course some other crafting perks if necessary. Then under agility, there is more laziness through hiker, allowing us to pick up basically everything. Evasive, that's a great perk, increasing our resistance, especially important when you jump into your hazmat suit. White Knight, because yeah, well, fix your armor if you can just avoid fixing it for a couple days. And we'll be taking hits then, otherwise armor will suffer and will need to be fixed more often. With this perk card, not so much. As Mitzi proved, this one is the perk card you want. Adrenaline, this is just 1 point. Why not stack this 36% extra damage for just 1 point? It's really worth it. There is no Gunfu, because Gunfu, it's too slow. I don't like it. I only use Gunfu at this moment on weapons that can shoot once per second and not more. Action gear is here, but it's not necessary. When you want to drop some Scorch Beast on the ground, you will swap it for Enforcer. Under luck, we have Ricochet, because if your armor is not getting hit, then your armor is not taking damage. Therefore, your armor will take 18% less damage, as most hits you will take, it will be from range attackers. 4-Leaf Clover, that perk is only in use if you are going for Medic's Shotgun. If you are going for anything else, you do not use 4-Leaf Clover, and your options are as follow to replace it. You can go for Bloody Mess, you can go for Class Freak, or you can toss in Good with Salt if you are farming some flowers and you don't want them to spoil. Then obviously Star Genes, because there are mutations with this build, then you don't want to lose them. And Grim Reaper's Sprint, that one of the key perks as magic shotguns, only perform well in VATS. And this is a full health build, you do not want to run out of action points. Unless you have like 3 or 4 armor pieces with AP refresh, then you can consider removing this perk, but I will rather go for Grim Reaper's Sprint. When you are facing a hordes of mobs like those ghouls in White Spring Golf Course, then obviously this perk is amazing. And the final note, this build is very flexible. A lot of those perks you can swap at will, and you will still be able to one-shot most of the mobs. Maybe if you will swap out too many damage-related perks, you will need to shoot twice high-level super mutants. But other than that, feel free to do what do you want with it. This one works, that's what I wanted to say. Now we have gear choices, starting with weapon. My recommendation is Medics. You want Medics combat shotgun, that's the best one. But if you will not get a combat shotgun, pump action shotgun will work well as well. A double barrel, that can work if you will equip rank 3 scatter shot, then you can use even a double barrel. But important part is a second star. You want either VATS hit chance, limb damage, or bash damage. Those are your choices for the second star. Third star can be here or not, it doesn't matter. If not medic shotgun, my second recommendation is Vampire. Gain brief health regeneration when you hit an enemy. And the same situation with the second star, limb damage, bash damage, or VATS hit chance. That's what you need. The second star is important and it's actually necessary for this build to work. Other weapons are not weapons. Camera for challenges. Vampire shish kebab for healing friendly animals. You play on a team, you swap Lone Wanderer with friendly fire, and you use this to heal friendly animals, friendly scavengers, or friendly robots, whatever friendly is taking damage. Armor recommendations. Grab your Chinese stealth suit. If you don't have one, you will need to go with hazmat suit that unfortunately does not offer this extra resistance, and hazmat suit breaks faster than Chinese stealth suit. About backpack, you want to go with armor plated. You really don't need any more carry weight than this build already provides. Then you want this damage resistance. All other pieces, I recommend that Secret Service armor, regardless what kind of roll you will get. Like this is very bad unyielding piece. This one is weightless with 1 endurance. This one is weightless but more lucky because there is AP refresh speed. And this is totally random because I don't have secret service for right leg. It's unyielding leather. Totally did not fit this build and it's really bad. But this build is strong enough that don't care about some armor pieces that totally do not fit the purpose. And chest piece, we have Chameleon that is totally not used with this build, but we have at least weapon weight reduction. The important part, it's a secret service. Secret service has such a good stats that even if you roll just 5 random secret service pieces, it will make this build perfect without even any modifications. Going into mutations. You need 5 to 6 mutations. Bird Bones for extra agility. That's an important one because extra agility means more action points and you need action points to keep shooting in VATS. Carnivore to be more lazy and just eat raw meat. Eagle Eyes. Extra perception and crit damage. Kind of useful, not necessary. You can go without it if you want. Grounded only if you are not using any ghost weapons. If you have ghost shotgun, do not use grounded. It reduces energy gun damage, including ghost weapons. Those are energy type, doing ballistic damage. It's kind odd, but it's how it works. Marsupial, yes, you want the carry weight and jump height. Speed Demon, you are lazy, you don't want to move forever, you want to move fast and reload fast. Make things done and get over it. But I forgot to mention modifications I'm using on shotgun, hardened receiver, align long barrel, forceful full stock, perforating magazine, reflex side dot. Important, no muzzle, because any type of muzzle reduces the range, and the range is the only aspect we really care about. You can go with different modifications if you want. You can just try what works best for you. That are my recommendation, and this is what works best for me. Oh, and I almost forgot to show you guys. Can you kill Super Mutant Behemoth with this build? Let's see. There's a Super Mutant Behemoth, level 95. Let's say hello. Hello, Super Mutant Behemoth. And yes, you can take around 4 shotgun shells without adrenaline charged. Then yeah, I will say it's good. And as you can see with all this loot that I already picked up, I have only 130 weight. Without the loot that I'm picking up, my weight is around 50, 60. Just essentials, then there is plenty of room to pick up stuff. Definitely let me know what you think about this build. I call it lazy shotgunner full health build because it's how it is. And I really like it. I need to say it, I really like it. It's fun to play. Not much maintenance with this build, just enjoy, explore, kill, farm, whatever you want. You don't need to be worried about the build, as long as magic shotguns are working at least. And it can be long. And if magic shotguns will stop working, we'll figure it out. What I heard so far, the ghost shotgun is crazy powerful even without the magic effects, then there is hope for shotgunner builds. And as always, thank you a lot for watching, and see you guys in the next one.